Hi guys, so I've decided to keep a little video diary this year of all of the different ultramarathon events which I plan to do, update on all of the different training that's associated with these events. Now, having had a look at my events calendar and schedule for the year, I didn't have my first event until the 1st of July, and the following event after that was the end of August. So that left me with a kind of 6-month gap for the first half of the year. Now, having had my name put forward for the Highland Way event, unfortunately, I didn't make the ballot for the Highland Way this year, so I won't be able to take part in the organised event. However, I've decided I'm going to use the Highland Way route as my first ultramarathon of the year, and I plan to do that 10 weeks from today, which is the 20th of January. So yeah, looking at the kind of event schedule, that gives me 10 weeks from today until the Highland Way, which is a 96-mile race that also has 10,000 feet worth of elevation gain throughout it. 13 weeks after that, I plan to do the Glen Way, which is a 73-mile race from Fort William through to Inverness. Again, lots of trail and elevation gain throughout that race. And the final event that I'm going to do is the Loch Ness 24, which is a 7-kilometre loop up in Inverness, and you've got 24 hours to clock up as many 7-kilometre loops as you can, in which I hope to get over the 100-mile mark. Now, a little bit of background on me and my ultra running experience. So I really only got into ultra running last year, with my kind of first ultra marathon being the beginning of April last year, where me and my cousin, we'd got on a train from Fort William, 35 miles inland, and from there we got off at a train stop. We started off kind of boggy, heathery type terrain, and eventually got onto the Highland Way for the final 20 miles of that run. After that first 35-mile run, I definitely got the bug for ultramarathons and kept up the training and booked in to the Loch Ness 24, which last year I'd aimed to get the 100 miles there as well. However, when doing it, I fell that little bit short, only managed 83 miles. It took me a little while to recover from that, and whilst disappointed with not getting the 100 miles there, I went for it again 6 weeks after the Loch Ness event and was able to successfully do the 100 miles around Loch Ower, which was a much less challenging terrain in terms of the kind of elevation gain that goes along with it, but also it was kind of less trail type routes and more manageable kind of paths that I was running on. So after doing the 100 miles there, I was definitely keen to keep up the ultramarathon running, and I've booked in for the events this year with the experience gained last year. So with my kind of training so far this year, it's not been a huge amount, with it only being week 3 of the year. The first week of the year, I got 23 miles in. I'd done 34 miles on the second week, and I've only managed 10 miles this week. The furthest run I've done so far has been a 12-miler. So obviously, with it only being 10 weeks until the Highland Way, which is a 96-mile run with 10,000 feet worth of elevation, I'm going to need to start ramping up the training and increasing my mileage each week. So looking at my kind of training plan I've got from the beginning of the year, it's basically 13 weeks from week 1 of the year through to the date that I plan to run the Highland Way. So from now, I'm going to keep increasing my weekly mileage until week 5 of the year, where I'm hoping to hit 96 miles. I'm then going to download for the following few weeks. The following few weeks after that 96-mile week, I'm due to be on holiday, so I'll probably struggle to get a huge amount of mileage done there. However, once back, I'm going to kind of do a 30-mile run then, and I'm going to do another 96-mile week. And from that second 96-mile week, that gives me 4 weeks from that date until the West Highland Way. And it's obviously going to be a case of tapering down for those final 4 weeks. So hopefully with that training plan described, that'll be enough to get me through the West Highland Way. I'll be trying to keep a little kind of update and diary of all the training and how it's going, but also when doing the West Highland Way run itself, I do plan to take a video recorder with me and try and capture all of the thoughts and experiences that are going on as I'm doing the run. After the 100-mile race I done last year, I wrote a short essay on the kind of views and experiences I had whilst doing the race. However, I don't think it quite done it justice. Obviously, reflecting on it the week after, there was a lot that was missed out in what my kind of recollection of the run was. So looking forward this time to capturing those thoughts and feelings as they arise during the event, and hopefully producing some kind of nice quality description of exactly what goes on in your mind when doing an ultramarathon. So very much looking forward to all the different races this year, and keen to provide updates and share the experiences of each of these events.